Hi, I'm Chris James and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be talking about how to naturally alkalize water. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to make sun water. Now, this is something that I've mentioned briefly in one of my earlier videos, but I thought it would be necessary to kind of do its own little video and just talk about some of the benefits of sun water, how did I find it, stuff like that. All right, so sun water and alkalizing your water, they go hand in hand. Now, there's one thing that I want to make very clear from the get-go. Anytime you alkalize your water using a chemical, that is not the type of alkalized water that you want to be consuming, and that is not the type of alkalized water we're going to be talking about. Now, I got a comment on a video recently, and I believe it was a young lady, and she was talking about how she buys alkaline water from the store. And I'm so happy that she made that comment because it's something I need to address, all right? When companies give you these high pH numbers, it might say 7.8 or 9.0 or whatever it is, there's no guarantee that that water hasn't been chemically alkalized, all right? And we do not want to be chemically alkalizing our water, okay? So the only way that I personally know of alkalizing the water with somewhat ease would be sun water. Sun water is simple. You take a glass jar, you take a glass container. I have a 3-gallon glass container. It's clear glass. The lid is glass. It has a silicone ring, I believe. No, wait, my second one doesn't have a silicone ring. So it's just glass, it's pure glass. And I distill my water, and then I put it in this glass container and I sit it out on my porch. Actually, mine sits in my windowsill because the sunlight comes right through, and the sun will naturally alkalize the water. It does not get any more simple than that, okay? The sun is energy, all right? All heat is energy, okay? And the sun not just provides heat, but it provides pretty much all the nutrition that your body could possibly need. That is why getting out and absorbing the sun is so important. And that's also why your skin produces so much vitamin D when you're out in the sun, okay? This is something that we utilize, and this is our true energy source. So depending on how much water you're putting in this glass container, it could take anywhere from 3 days, 2-3 days to alkalize the water, up to a week or more. But to be honest with you, it's going to have instantaneous alkalizing effects. Okay, now I've done tests on my water to see how quickly it was alkalizing. And like I said, the larger the container, the longer it took to get the water above 7. But even if you're taking some distilled water and let's say you were to test your water with the tester, and I have videos of me doing this, and I'll link that if you guys want to check that out. You test your water and it says it's 6.58, right? You could set that water outside. If it's a gallon of water or a liter of water, you could set it outside for a day and you could test it, and you'll have a noticeable increase in the alkalinity of the water. Now, these testers, they're very cheap, they're inexpensive, they're not super accurate. They're gonna tell you whether the process is working or not, and it definitely does work. And that's all you need to know. Now, to get the water above 7, especially if you got a gallon or more, it takes some time. So if you really wanna go hard, you could grab a couple of 1 gallon glass containers or a couple of 3-gallon glass containers, and you can just sit the water out there every day, or you could just leave it out there, and as you want to drink it, you bring it in, you replace it with another gallon or another 3-gallon or several different jars, and then that way you can always be drinking what I call sun water. The cool thing about sun water is it does change the flavor of the water. When I very first started doing it, me and my brother both noticed that the water had a hint of sweetness to it. It's nothing like you might think as far as, sugary or whatever. It's not like that at all. It's a very faint sweetness, and it probably, I don't know if you're going to notice it right up front. I don't know if it's going to take you a while. I'm not really sure. For me, I had been drinking distilled water for a few months before I ever even attempted this sun water. No, I had been drinking distilled water for almost a year. So my taste buds were very, very sensitive, and I was able to taste it very easily. I've also heard stories of people who will like make some fresh tea or something like that, or lemonade or half and half stuff, and they'll sit it out in the sun. They'll sit the tea out in the sun, and they claim that the sun sweetens the tea like nothing they've ever had. So there's a lot of accounts of this if you guys want to go and look for it, but it's just a quick video to tell you that, if you want to naturally alkalize your water, it's simple. Take your water, and like I said, I like to distill it first, and then I put it in a glass jar and I set it outside. Now you don't have to distill it, because when you energize water, and basically what we're doing is we're structuring the water, okay? Structured water is what your body actually utilizes. So when you're drinking water from the tap, and even if you're drinking gallons of water a day, the reason why you're still dehydrated is because the bulk water, the molecules are too big for your body to actually absorb intercellularly. And so you're not properly hydrating. When you structure your water, you're alkalizing your water, you're energizing your water, you're changing the water on a molecular level, hence the sweetness. Also, it has healing effects. If you've ever heard of even holy water or healing water or anything of that nature, the sun has the ability to take the energy it provides in light waves, and it will be contained in the crystal structure of the water. And yes, water on a very, very subatomic level is actually crystal. That's the reason why water acts so much different from any other liquid that we know. It's a crystal. It's really, really amazing. Water is something that you guys definitely want to research in depth. It's not just simply H2O. And I'm sure I'll do some more videos kind of explaining some of the things that I found out about water. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off now. I hope you guys learned something. Please feel free to ask questions. I'm going to link that other video in the description box. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And as always, the application of knowledge is power. And I will see you guys next time.